Greetings, everybody, from the dank basement. This is your wicked Uncle Squinty with another Nasal Snuff review. One of our subscribers here, Mr. Brian Ekonomovsky, asked me for my thoughts on Freiburg and Trayer's Old Paris. I won't hold up the label because it's going to be hard for you to read, I'm sure, even with my camera. But it's, here's your Freiburg and Trayer tin. What do you need to know? But Freiburg and Trayer, now owned by Wilsons of Sharrow, marvelous snuff makers since the 18th century. They use classic recipes. If you are just getting into snuff, these may not be, you may not be ready for these, although they'll be ready for you. They're fairly complex, and once you develop a good enough nose, you can really appreciate them and justify the higher expense per gram that Wilson's charges for their Freiburg and Trayer line. Let's talk about the Old Paris. It's, I've heard it described as a whole bunch of things. I've heard people say they smell dead snails in it and dirt. People have said some pretty complimentary things, but there are others who have also said some pretty bad stuff about this. It can't be all bad. I mean, Freiburg and Trayer, in its various incarnations, has probably been making this snuff since George Washington was first sprouting pubic hair. But even so, it's not going to be for everybody, and I can understand that. Okay, first of all, the grind is definitely your basic Kendall Brown medium grind. It's a Kendall snuff. I am getting, seriously, a little bit of, I don't want to say this in a way that's going to make it sound either pornographic or dirty or nasty or something, but I smell a woman's natural body odor sort of in this. And you know which of the many body odors I think I'm referring to. Of course, all women smell different, and so it's hard to say, but it is definitely a feminine scent, but it does have some almost human musk elements to it. There's definitely lavender in here. There's definitely tonkin. It's a really lovely snuff. You see, unlike the other Freiburg and Trayer snuffs, Old Paris is one that I could conceivably use all day, every day. It has some of the earthiness of the Santo Domingo, some of the leathery smell of the Morocco. It's got a little bit of the perfuminess of, let's say, a Bureau or a patchouli without the mint notes, without the patchouli notes. This is a wonderful snuff. On the squinty scale, where 5 is oui oui and 1 is mais non, I would say Old Paris is a 5 out of 5 for the experienced snuff taker, only because you need a little time to develop your nose. It's like giving a wino a bottle of Dom Perignon. He'll appreciate the alcohol, but he cannot possibly appreciate the subtleties until, he's drunk more good wines. And I would say for the average snuff taker, this is one to put on your someday list. For the experienced snuff taker, this is a must-have. You have to have F&T's Old Paris. 5 out of 5 on the squinty scale from the dank basement. Thanks for asking about this one, Mr. Brian Ekonomovsky. Always nice to hear from subscribers. And once again, as always, thanks for watching.